Hello friends, welcome back to our channel. So today we have to discuss about expressions. Before in going about the theory of expressions, so I wanted to start with a simple program. Let's start with simple program and then we can move on to the expressions and how it. So today we'll write a simple program. So to write a simple program, what we need, we already studied, we need a compiler. Every C program needs a compiler to convert our code to storage object. That object will be ran on the system to get the desired output. Okay. For this, we are going to use a SDK called Google VS Code. Okay. If you Google VS Code, you will get what is the VS Code, and many developers use it. So if we learn it, it will be very okay, good for you. Okay. Even if you don't want to use it, you can directly just Google a simple online C compiler editor. You will see a program C. You click on that. Okay. You will get a simple edit. A simple editor will be loaded. Okay. It is already built with a simple program. You can see it includes studio.h. As I said, it is an independent library. Int main, a main program, and it is printing this and returning. Just let's try and run this. Okay, it executed successfully, printed, try program. So let's go to our code. So let's start creating hello world program. Okay, let me close this. So you can see here I have created a file called hello world.cpp. You can write use C or CPP. CPP is nothing but a C++. So every C code what we write will be able to run in C++. So generally we will save it as C++. CPP. So let's start writing code. So first statement is we have to include the libraries stdio, stdio.h. Okay. Next, we have the main function. It should normally be returning an int. So as I know, our program start with the main function. So it had always written general case study, and most compilers want it to return an integer. So we are returning an integer. You can see it is returning an integer. Okay. Okay. Now let me add a print statement. So for first program, we are just going to printf. This is my first program. Okay. Okay. So we have written our first program. Let me just do it quickly. So every statement should end with a semicolon. Okay. So you can see every statement is a semicolon. Let me open a terminal. Okay. So let me first we have to compile it, right? So gcc.helloworld.cpp is our file. So let's compile it. Okay. So once the compilation is done, you can see another file a.exe is added. So we can run that file. So a dot slash is significant because it shows the current directory. So let's run it, and you can see my first program is printed here. Okay. So this is our first program. Thank you. Okay. Now let's do an addition program. So for this program, I will add an integer a, which I will assign to 10. What is int here? Int is a data type which is full formed as integer. A is a variable. So in this variable, I am telling the system that A is a variable which will show integer, save an integer value, and I am assigning that integer value as 10. Okay. Now I will take another integer b and save the value as 20. Now let me say another integer r is equal to result. That will be an expression a plus b. Okay. Let's check what will be the value in r. From our program, it looks like it is doing a plus b, that is 10 plus 20, that is 30. 30 should be. So let's check what is the result. So do that. Say result percentage d. Percentage d is for integer. We are telling we are going to print for printf. We are telling we are going to print an integer here, and that integer is passed like this. A. Okay. So let's run this program. We clear it. First, whenever we modify a program, we should compile it again. Once it is compiled, let's run it again. A.exe. So you can see the result is A. That is, we are printing A. That will be 10 is printed. So similarly, if I print R, that will be R. R is our result. So it should be now 30. So let's again, if I do it again, even though we have changed the value here and saved it, we can see the value is printing 10 because we are not at compiled. So let's clear it, compile once again, run it. Okay, you can see the result 30. So this is a simple program. Okay, here you can see A 10, B 20. So now if I say B minus A, what will be the value? It will be 20 minus 10. So again, let's compile and run it. So we got the result correct. Okay, if I do division operation into all the operations, so I'd first compile it, then run it, and you can see result 2. If I say multiplication, that also we can do it. Okay. Okay, you can see 20 into 10 is 200. Okay, so now let's see. Let's put our A value as 5, B value as 3, and let's say A divided by B. Okay, now let me compile and run. The result is 1. But what is the actual value? When we divide 5 by 3, it will be somewhere around 1.6 something, right? Okay, so we are just to see what to do in these situations. As we have, why it is the case. First, we should wonder why it is the case. We have defined result R as integer. Integers can be are whole numbers, they are not fractions. So whatever we are saying, it is a whole number. It will save the whole number, not the fraction. Fraction part is getting ignored. To store the floating point, we have another data type called float. Okay, and for that data type, it's not percentage D, it's percentage F for that. So let's see and run this and see what will be the result. 1 point, okay, 1.0.0. A divided by B, 5 divided by 3 is 1.0.0. We got the float point we got, but still we are getting 000. Why? Because the system, if two integers 5 and 3 are divided, it will return back only the integer. The floating point variables are treated differently. So 1 is treated differently and zeros are treated differently. To solve this, what we can do is we can say its float a is equal to 5. It will be 5.0 and b float b is equal to 3. So let's see. Let's compile this. Now we got the actual result 1.6%. Okay, this is a simple program. So we saw int, we saw float. Okay, let me give you another example where now let's see what happens when bigger number is divided by smaller number. Okay, let's see what is with the output. It's a 0.6. So our output is correctly. So for float it is going to use, and we have another data type. So let me declare that as to storing the characters, right? We are using data type called characters. Okay, char is a data type which is used to store a single character. Okay, now if I print that, vector C. Okay, for C it didn't find any value, so that's why it didn't print. Now let's compile again and run it. Okay, see, you can see there was a 6 and then a character. So if you want, okay, so now there is another data type, you can say is double. Double is nothing but a more precise version of float. So let me see what happens when I run this program. So let me remove this, and then I will add it. Instead of remove, I will add it. Okay, so let's see what this does. So let me compile this. You can see we still got the output as a result in double. Okay, and still got the new line character. What slash n does is slash n adds a new line. Okay, so what is double? Double is a double of float. Both float and double represents a real world numbers like points and all. In real world, right? Real words we have put. If, for example, 10 rupees 50 paisa, we normally use, right? Paisas we have, rupees is a whole thing. So for that, float and double. So we will discuss about the memory thing. So then I will explain you what the main difference between float and that. For now, this is we have another data type called void. We have another data type called void. So to that, I will write another function void display. Okay, In this display, I will say printf welcome to VML learning. Okay, and this is void. This is doesn't by anything. So what I will do is I will call this before. So this is how the function is called. See now. Okay, now what I will do compile again, execute. You can see there is a welcome to VML learning. So let me quickly fix the typo and then you can say slash. So normally slash n represents a new line, and normally in all the programs you can see at the end you will have a slash n. So just to make it look pretty. So let's me again compile and run this program, and you will see welcome to VML. The result is this, and your characters is this. Okay, so these are the main thing. We have int. The main data types are int, float, double, character, and all. Int says the integer values, the whole numbers. Float and double says the decimal parts. Double is actually a double of float. So when we start in next class, we'll learn about the memory management for these data types. So then you will understand more about double. Char is for characters and void is for nothing. Okay. So that's it from this class. Thank you.